wonderful to be back in that studio. That we were 2 studios from where we did it, and also it was beautiful because they rebuilt the whole thing. So I walked in and they just rebuilt something from 25 years ago of my life, 30 years ago. I mean, it premiered in '87. Nobody ever liked it. Critics never liked it. People liked it. ABC liked it. They moved us from Tuesdays to Fridays, and we became TGIF, you know, the beginning show.
One of the first ones.
We were the first one. We were the first 8 o'clock one, and then it was Step by Step or the Hogans, and they were later, and what's the other one that was so good? Step by Step, Family Matters. So they ran 4 shows, all done by the same producers that had that block of ABC family programming. And it doesn't exist anymore, so Netflix has hopped on it, and they figured out how to do it. And it's really, I'm guesting on the show. John Stamos is a producer, but he's guesting, Dave's guesting, and Lori Loughlin's guesting. The show's about Candace and Jody, DJ Stephanie and Kimmy Gibbler. You wouldn't know these characters. You didn't watch that. Did you?
I actually did.
You did. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the show's about. It's about them raising 3 little boys. Like I raised 3 little girls, and Candace plays a widow. Like I was a widower, so it's single parent family stuff. And I did a couple of them. I wanted to do a 3rd one, but I was on Broadway. I couldn't do it. But it's doing really well. People are very excited about it. It literally started today, so we'll know in about a week for the girls how it does. And I'm excited for them.
The buzz surrounding it is just
well,
really
it's cultural.
phenomenal.
It doesn't happen. It's not like a Happy Days reunion or Laverne and Shirley. Back in the day, they would sit around and watch clips of the show. Happy Days, they would watch all the old clips and say, "Remember when we did this?" And this is not that. We just go right back into character where we are today. And I'm different. Danny's a little further along. He's got a wife and no kid. And he's got grandkids, and they clean, so he doesn't really have to.
But I mean, look, I said this to you off the air. I'm going to say this to you on the air. This is Bob Saget in the studio with us on the Rich Stevens Show. You look no different than you looked then.
Well,
and I got to tell
you,
you, even the girls who were little then are grown up. They still
they're
look
gorgeous.
Yeah,
they look
amazing.
like them.
It's amazing.
They're beautiful. If I was on the show all the time, I would tell them to get dressed because there's a lot of cleavage going on. So the show Full House was made for young girls to watch with their families, and the dads would kind of watch it, you know. But it was really for people to be entranced by Uncle Jesse, hey, and Joey being silly and funny for little boys, and me just being some character people made fun of that turned out to be lovable, that they ended up liking because it reminded them of their OCD dad. And now it's a show really about dads will want to watch this one because the girls grew up to be beautiful women. And so it's got a different element. Full blouse is what they should call it.
And what about the people that didn't come back to do it?
Well, Ashley and Mary Kate didn't do it because they haven't acted for 10 years and they don't want to. And people shouldn't do what they don't want to do. So I love them, and I see them whenever I'm in New York. I'm going to see them this week. They don't know it yet, but and they're friends with my daughter. I mean, it's like, you know, they're family to me, and so. I don't know why people have to be forced to do stuff they don't want to do.
No, nobody should be forced.
But fans go, I don't get it, and I didn't even, you know, I don't know, you know. Even we did a little wink to the camera. I don't like making fun of my friends, you know, but it was character driven. It was really kind of an inside outside joke. But I'm thrilled with the thing. I'm thrilled for everybody. And maybe in success, they'd want to come back and do a little something. Maybe Ashley would want to do something if it made sense, you know. Same with me. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It's really about DJ Steph and Michelle. DJ Steph and Kimmy Gibbler raising kids, their kids.
Yeah, it's almost like a deja vu thing.
It is. It's a real thing. And I have a movie out right now that's doing very well, an independent movie called A Stand-Up Guy. That is an R-rated movie, an indie movie. It's doing real well on iTunes, and it's on Amazon, and it's in some theaters, and it's on Vudu, which is some site. They come up with a new site every other minute. But it's about a guy who is a stand-up only because he's in the witness protection program, and so he goes, he's a petty theft kind of crook. And
is
he
it
ends
funny
up,
or is it serious?
I'm sorry?
Is it funny or serious?
It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
It's got Michael Rappaport in it, and Ethan Suplee, and Marana Tias, and it's really And I play a guy that sings songs about stalking. I'm a country western singer, so it couldn't be less Danny Tanner. And he goes to a club in Wisconsin and he punches a heckler, and then it gets 500 hits online. So he's no longer in the witness protection program. So, but that's out right now, stand-up guy. So I'm proud to promote that. And we're going to be on Stephen Colbert on Wednesday, John, Dave, and me. So people are going to want to see that. That's going to be another little Full House send-up. We did one on Jimmy Fallon last week. That was pretty hilarious. He was Donald Trump playing Michelle.
He's great.
And he was in bed playing Donald Trump, and he was upset if he didn't win or if he does win. And we as the Tanner family were talking him through it.
By the way, something else that I just remembered that you did for me back in 2004, there was a movie that I guess was a movie, it was a documentary that I never heard of, and you were telling me about it, and it sounded hysterical, and you were blown away that I didn't hear about it, and you said, you know what, I'll send you a copy. It's the one with the joke where everybody just...
Oh, the Aristocrats.
Yeah, you sent me
that is not for public consumption.
Right.
That was George Carlin, the great, beautiful George Carlin, that said this joke is not to be told in public. It's behind the alley and the dumpster, and it's just an improv of how different ways, like jazz, how you tell a joke, and how different people didn't want to tell the joke, and that's respectable too. You know, Chris Rock's in it, and he's like, I don't do that. And I told it, because I'd only heard it once before. It was the second time I ever told it. And then I didn't get to finish it because I got called on stage. It was backstage at a comedy club in L.A.
It was kind of like the video you did for me. You didn't get to finish it.
Exactly. Never get to finish.
Can you do that now? Can you do a little promo for the Rich Stevens show? Since
yeah, absolutely. You're taping it too,
Yeah.
so you'll have it. Hey, everybody, you just watched the Rich Stevens show, even though you can't see it, but you can hear it. So watch it. Watch your radio while you're listening to it. Listen to the Rich Stevens show. It's the best show that money can not even be needed to buy. Rich Stevens. I'd eat him if I was a cannibal.
Bob Saget, it's really great to see you and catch up. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for grabbing me in the hallway.
Listen,
it's nice to see you.
I hope we don't get in trouble for doing that. But
No, you're not.
taking time.
I'm actually going to go do a sound check at the club and then go to bed because I haven't slept, so I can do my 2 great shows tonight for the people.
We'll get some
I
rest.
want to make the people happy.
And when you wake up, you're going to feel like you're in New York because the temps are going to drop into the 30s and 40s tonight.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I've got my New York clothes. I can wear anything. I'm going to wear fur on stage.
You're all set. Listen, I don't want to wait like another 12 years. Next time you're going to come in town.
I'm dressing like Pitbull tonight. I'm going to have minks on.
From the head to the...
Head to the toe. Oh, Macklemore. That's who I'm going to dress like. He wears a lot of minks.
Bob,
thank you for having me.
Bob Saget, truly an honor and a pleasure to have you in the studio. I do
Ditto.
appreciate it. And best of luck tonight.
Next time we see each other, it won't be as I will know you right away. I could pick you out of a lineup.
Yeah, great. That's what I need. All right, Bob Saget at the Improv tonight. Thank you for stopping by. We'll take a quick time out. Back to it in just a moment. You're listening to The Rich Stevens Show.